Hello, my beautiful family. Welcome in, my healers, gardeners, first time and pros. It is all your beautiful sister Charlene, here to share with you my journey about being a first time patio gardener. What an amazing journey. I am so excited to get into this, dig into it. But this is the Sip and Chat podcast. So I have to make sure that my tea is on point and ready. So as we get into the introduction and all that, take a minute to go get your tea or whatever is your choice of beverage so that we can jump right into it. So I'm gonna put on some intro music. So for my family that are catching this live, can have a moment to just come on into the chat. Hey, oh, by the way, we have a solar eclipse coming up, a partial solar eclipse tomorrow, October 2nd. It's going to be at 11:42 a.m. Eastern time. So if you're in an area where it's visible to you, take advantage of it. Go take a look and enjoy that. It should be beautiful. So let's get our tea vibration going, and I will be right back. All right. So, welcome in everyone that's here live with me. I hope you're feeling fantastic, dynamic, and super terrific. Let me get my camera straight here. Okay, I think it's a little straight. I don't know. It looks a little blurred. Let me see. I don't know if that helps anything. So, welcome in. I see you, Harold. Thank you so much for coming. K Plus Mod Extraordinaire and member. Thank you so much for coming in. Guys, remember, I am working on a goal of getting 9 new members into our membership community by October 11th. Today's October 1st. So we have 10 days to get it in. So if you love the work that I do, you would love to support me on this journey, or you would just like to take a closer walk with some of the things that I do, having those private lives to members only, definitely go ahead and hit join and let's become member buddies. So let's talk about this whole amazing gardening journey. First off, why did I start the journey of gardening? And for those of you that you're new to gardening, or you feel like, oh, this is something I want to do, I want to grow my own food, take the step. What are you waiting for? If I could do it, believe you me, you can do it. Because guess what? I didn't have all the skills required to be a gardener, but I didn't let that stop me. I knew it's something that I wanted to do, and I decide I will get it done. You know that saying, nothing beats a made up mind. So if you made up your mind that you are going to do something, you are going to get it done. And by the way, our featured tea tonight is actually organic ginger root that I grated myself, mixed with some pineapple skin, which is great for inflammation. It has vitamin C and lots of good nutrition in there. Infused, yes, you know me, I love to fuse my tea. Infused with cloves and some other stuff in there as well, like nettle. So, some of the teas that I've mentioned, you can get them from my Amazon store. You can go to the description and see the link. And shout out to everyone that shops Amazon via my link. I appreciate it. It means the world to me. You are contributing to my prosperity, and I can't help but say thank you and blessings to you in return. And I invite you, if you're not already supporting someone that does Amazon storefront, go ahead and give me the support. If you shop Amazon already, you're just using my link instead of going directly, and some of the blessings come back to me. It doesn't change the price for anything that you order, everything remains the same. And just check out my store itself as well. I have lots of good items in there that are great for your health, your wellness. Is more than teas. I have amazing stuff. I even have books that can help you with your mindset. So definitely check it out. And shout out to everyone that's been shopping the store. Now, some of the things that I have in here, you're not going to see it in the store because I believe like organic ginger root, that's something you should get fresh from your local area. But if you do want ginger tea in the bag format, then yeah, by all means. But this is more potent. Just my personal opinion based on my experience. I see you in the chat, Brian Lynn. How are you, my brother? Welcome in. And thank you, K Plus. Yes. Check out the merch store as well. Thank you. And for those of you that support with Cash Apps and Super Chats, thank you. Shout out to you all. I appreciate the love and the support. Now let's get to this gardening journey. I wanted to start a garden because as a child growing up, we had a garden. My dad had like a mini farm at the back of the house. He had some land, and he would grow fresh herbs and vegetables and stuff there. And we had lots of fruit trees in the yard, and it just felt so good. Like I didn't really understand how wonderful that was until I migrated to the US, and I didn't have the pleasure of picking a fruit from the tree directly and just washing it and eating it just straight fresh like that. So I realized how valuable that was. And I decided that, you know what? I am going to eventually have a garden and I'm going to grow veggies. And when I have enough space, I'm going to plant fruits because fruit trees last for years and years. I was actually heartbroken when I was speaking to my mom last night. And she said, all the fruit trees that we had as children growing up, they're all gone. They cut them down. I was not happy about that. But what can I do? So anyway, that's the reason why I started. And another reason is because for health benefits, I like to grow herbs that are healing herbs like mint and parsley, sage, and these other herbs because I was thinking, like, what if something happens again, like the pandemic kind of situation, and we may not be able to get medicine? What kind of plants could I have at home that I can use to make medicine for myself, for my children, my husband, or, anyone that might need it, neighbors, family? So that's another reason that I started that. And I also was thinking, oh, what if we have no access to food? I would love to have food available to me. Another reason why I started my garden. I'm not saying that the garden that I have could feed us at the moment because it's a small garden, but at least it's a start. I'm able to go out there and pick fresh leaves every day and have it as a part of my side dish for my breakfast, and I just love that. Another reason why I started the garden is because I trust it. It's organic. It There's no FDA approval or anything needed. It's organic. I'm not going to spray my food with pesticides or put anything in there that's going to be harmful to my body or my family. So it's 100% organic that I know I can trust. Understand that organic in stores doesn't mean it's 100% organic. It's organic to a certain extent. Organic as the government would allow based on what's required to be considered organic, but it doesn't mean it's 100% organic. Let me sip my tea. So I hope you guys are feeling great tonight. I feel a little tired, but yet amazing, if that makes sense for you. So, one other reason why I started the garden is the fact that I just wanted to see things grow. It's such a beautiful experience to connect with earth, connect with water, connect with the soil, the air, everything, the sun, all the elements that makes the growing of a plant possible. And just getting my hands in there, planting the seeds and seeing the rewards of my labor, the joy of being able to pick something fresh and eat it. I feel so much joy seeing my little one going to the garden and pick a tomato, wash it, and eat it. And it's like he loves it. It's such a pleasure to him. And it's a pleasure to me too to see that's something that we've grown together. And for those of you that have been following me with my gardening, you know that Quasi, my youngest, is always in the garden with me. 99.9% of the time, as soon as he sees me out there, he's out there with me. We're gardening together. I'm teaching him. He's learning. Does he do stuff sometimes that is, you know, not in accordance with the gardening? Yes. But he's learning and he's teaching me how to be patient as I teach him and as I teach myself. This is really a learning journey for me. So, hi, Joshua, welcome in. How are you? Love and blessings to you, my brother. Everybody say hello to Joshua. It's his first time in the chat here, so give him a warm, healing welcome. And thank you so much for coming. Guys, if you haven't given a thumbs up, please give this a thumbs up and share it out. Share it, share it, share it. Now, one of the first things I learned is you have to have the right soil. I didn't know there were different types of soils. I know different brands, but I didn't know there were in-ground soil versus potting soil. Now, I needed the potting soil, but I didn't know I got in-ground soil because I was being frugal. Yes, I'm not gonna lie. I was being frugal, and the in-ground soil was less money. So I was like, oh great, I'll get this. It was organic and everything, and I said, fine, I'll get this. And then when I read the package, I realized, oh, I needed potting soil. So that was my first mistake. So I just went and I got the potting soil. And I didn't send the other one back. I decided, you know what, I'm going to use it. I'm not going to let anything waste. So what I did, I layered that at the bottom of the pots. And then I put the potting soil on top. And the plants, they grew fine. Perfect. Another thing that I learned is that your pots, your planters, they need to be irrigated properly. You need to make sure that they have enough holes on the bottom so that there's proper drainage in them when you water them, so that it can allow for air as well to pass through to feed the roots and the soil. So make sure if you're new to gardening that you make sure that you have enough holes on those pots. Some of the pots, the ones that I got that were less expensive, I didn't realize that the holes were there, but they were not fully punched out. They were just perforated. So I had to punch them out, and I didn't know. It was until after my brother told me, I looked at the bottom. I was like, oh my goodness. So it gave me extra work because for some of the pots, I had to now take the plants out, and then fix the bottom of the pot and then replant them. Lesson learned. Another lesson learned. Let me sip my tea. Another lesson I learned is that some plants you don't need to plant them too early. Like for instance, the mustard greens, they grow so fast. And I got to realize how much I really love mustard greens, like grown by my own hands. They're delicious. They weren't bitter or anything because I remember them as a young child being bitter, but for some reason it was not bitter and I just love them. And they grow really fast. Within a couple of weeks, boom. I was surprised. That was the fastest growing thing. Like I put it in the soil, and within a day or two, I was seeing sprouts. But before that, the stuff that I planted, like my peppers and stuff, it took a while before I saw sprouts. I was like so excited. Every day I kept looking, I kept looking. When I saw the first sprouts, I was like, oh my gosh, I have a sprout in my garden. It was just such a beautiful experience. I was just like a little kid. I'm not going to lie. It was such a joy for me. I was excited to see the growth. Anyway, next thing I learned is that certain plants like bell peppers and Scotch bonnet peppers, like the hot peppers, you want to get them in the soil as soon as possible, and tomatoes as well. You want to get them in the soil as soon as possible, not with frost or anything, but as soon as, the weather permits, as soon as possible, because they take a longer time to grow and to blossom and to bear fruit. Like they are now starting to bear fruit in my garden. And I don't know with the weather that we're having. I don't know if it's going to stay warm long enough for them to be fully matured. So I may have to reap them before they become fully matured, but we'll see. But that's just another lesson learned that, okay, next time I plant, I'm going to plant peppers and tomatoes early. Beautiful lesson. And if you guys have any questions, please, by all means, let me know. Okay, so I'm going to take a quick commercial break, go freshen up my tea. So I'm going to leave you guys with something beautiful, or maybe just a commercial. Yeah, with my merch. Go check out the merch store. So let me play this one for you guys. I will be back. Welcome to the merch store. I am not a singer. Thank you for shopping the merch store. All my merch are designed to empower and encourage us with the fact that we can heal ourselves. We are in charge of our wellness. So take courage and be in charge. For customizable merch, you can reach out to me. The customizable merch are great for family events like family reunions, and it's also great for corporate events. So if you have a business and you have a corporate event, reach out. I can help. Infinite wellness to you. Welcome to the merch store. I am not a singer. Thank you for shopping the merch store. All my merch are designed to empower and encourage us with the fact that we can heal ourselves. We are in charge of our wellness. So take courage and be in charge. For customizable merch, you can reach out to me. The customizable merch are great for family events like family reunions, and it's also great for corporate events. So if you have a business and you have a corporate event, reach out. I can help. Infinite wellness to you. Welcome to the merch store. I am not a singer. Thank you for shopping the merch store. All my merch are designed to empower and encourage us with the fact that we can heal ourselves. We are in charge of our wellness. So take courage and be in charge. For customizable merch, you can reach out to me. The customizable merch are great for family events like family reunions, and it's also great for corporate events. So if you have a business and you have a corporate event, reach out. I can help. Infinite wellness to you. Welcome to the merch store. I am not a singer. Thank you for shopping the merch store. All my merch are designed to empower and encourage us with the fact that we can heal ourselves. We are in charge of our wellness. So take courage and be in charge. For customizable merch, you can reach out to me. The customizable merch are great for family events like family reunions, and it's also great for corporate events. So if you have a business and you have a corporate event, reach out. I can help. Infinite wellness to you. Welcome to the merch store. I am not a singer. Thank you for shopping the merch store. All my merch are designed to empower and encourage us
with the fact that we can heal ourselves. We are in charge of our wellness. So take courage and be in charge. For customizable merch, you can reach out to me. The customizable merch are great for family events like family reunions, and it's also great for corporate events. So if you have a business and you have a corporate event, reach out. I can help. Infinite wellness to you.
Infinite wellness to you. And you, and you, and you, and you. Yes, you always have to bless yourself. Always bless yourself. Speak positively speak positively about yourself. Speak positivity into your life. Y'all, tongue twisters. Johnny Small Pepper is in the house. Hello, hello, hello. And welcome in, my brother. I see all those hearts. Love you too, my brother. Johnny's fantastic small pepper. So where was I? I was talking about, the lessons that I've learned and what I understand now from gardening. Now, I didn't have a big harvest as like I was expecting. However, what I have is a wealth of knowledge now that I can use and apply to my next garden when I do gardening again next year. Do I love it? Is it work? Absolutely, but it's work that I love and enjoy. And sometimes I just go out on the patio and I chill, relax with my plants. I just vibe with them. And I have some of my crystals out there too. So it's just like a beautiful space, especially like sometimes when I want to like just sky watch the moon or just watch the sunset. The plants have a beautiful energy about them that adds to the energy of just being outside on the patio. And I really do love it. And I learned as well that tomato plants, they require a lot of soil and they require a lot of nutrients. So the next time that I plant, I'm going to make sure that each tomato plant has a bigger pot and that they're alone, because what I did, I'm a small space gardener. What I did, I kind of compiled a lot of the plants into one pot. And yeah, that was not the best idea. Not the best idea. Why? Because when you do that, it doesn't allow for the plants to thrive as well as they could. And there's more plants in there drawing nutrients from the soil, which makes it a little harder for them all to thrive. They need space so that they can flourish and grow and spread their roots. It's harder for them to do that when they're, in a big crowd. So that's another lesson learned. Uh, Brian, you always want to dance. Yeah, I have my tea. This is my water. Thank you, Brian. Oh, you just know how to take care of your host. You're a darling. Thank you. So, definitely if you're working with a small space garden, just be mindful of that. You don't want to put too many plants in the same pot because it kind of stifles them. And in the long run, you're not going to be able to reap as much as you would like because they don't have space to grow. Like of all the peppers I planted, as far as the habanero peppers, one pepper came of all the plants. The plants are still there, but because I planted them so closely together, only one of the plants I was able to get one pepper from. Am I grateful for that pepper? I sure am. And I'm very grateful for the lesson. So now I know, okay, I'm not going to do that again because I was already thinking, oh, I'm going to have so much peppers. This is going to be great. I'm going to create some pepper sauces and all that amazing stuff. But yeah, that didn't happen. Mm-mm. But it's a lesson that I will take. Let's see. What are the lessons that I learned as far as small space gardening? Definitely before take your soil out and fill your pots and stuff, you want to like spread something down to protect the floor of your patio. This is for people that are doing patio gardening I'm talking to. If you have a regular outdoor gardens that's in the ground, perfect. You don't need all that stuff. And you really don't need a lot of tools. You just need the basic stuff like a little hand shovel and, of course, your pots, the soil, and a watering can. I didn't have a watering can in the beginning because it's not really necessary, but it does make things a little easier. So you'll find all those in my store. I always have links as to some of the basic stuff that you might need to get your garden started. You really don't need a lot. And I don't believe in overbuying. Not because I have an Amazon store, I'm going to say buy, buy, buy. No, just get what you need. You have no business over shopping or overbuying. Get what you need and keep it moving. It's really that simple. All right. Other lessons that I've learned or anything that I've learned that I could share. And if you guys have questions, that's great because it might help me to jar my memory as to what I can share with you. I probably should have written this stuff down. Oh, Charlene. But I think that's about it. You just got to make sure you don't overwater them, don't underwater either, because both of those can be harmful to the plant. If you overwater, they're going to get yellow, and I've done that. I've made that mistake. And if you underwater, they're going to get yellow too because they're going to dry out and get crisp. But you can see the difference whether it's overwater or underwater. Overwatering could also make the roots get rotten. So you definitely want to avoid that. And another way you can kind of avoid that is with the proper drainage. So just make sure that you have enough holes in there and there is a good irrigation system, if that's what you call it. Oh, gardening gloves are very helpful as well. I have these cute ones in my store, so be sure to check it out. Gardening gloves are very helpful, especially when you're doing certain things. If you have weeds and stuff that you want to pluck, gardening gloves are the way to go. The ones that I have, they're not expensive, they're cute, and they get the job done. And I'm not saying that because they're in my store. I'm saying that because I use it and it works for the type of gardening that I do. Will it work for like really tedious tasks, like for people with big gardens? Maybe not. I don't know. I don't have that. So I could only vouch for the things that I've done and the way that I use it. And they're so cute on the eyes. All right, so let me see what else can I share with my family in regards to gardening? Oh, certain plants, they need a certain amount of sunlight. Some plants don't need a lot of sunlight. So, for instance, if you have greens like mustard greens, kale, they don't need a lot of sunlight. So, you want to keep those more in the shaded areas. And for plants like bell peppers and tomatoes, they need like 6 to 8 hours of sunlight. So, definitely, you want to keep those out in the sun, as much as possible. But again, everything in moderation. And if you're going to go on vacation like I did, make sure you get those self-watering, what do you call it, tubes to put into your plants, because I didn't do that because they said it was going to rain and it didn't rain. When I came back, a lot of my plants were crispy and really, really dried out. Some of them came back and some of them didn't. So it was a hard lesson for me. I was very emotional about it. But you live and you learn. So next time I go on vacation and I'm leaving my garden, I'm not going to trust the weather people because, it just was wrong. They said, oh, rain. So I was like, oh, I don't need to leave these watering things in. I don't need to get that. And it didn't rain. Instead, we might have had a heat wave because the plants were really, really crisp. But that's it in a nutshell. If anyone has any announcements for their channel, any goals you're working on, please let us know before we close it out so we can share it with the community and see how we can come over there and help you reach your goal. Right now on this channel, my goal is to have 9 new members by October 11th so that we can join this new thing that I'm starting, which is focusing on our gut health. And then from there, learning how we can keep our gut health healthy and balanced, strengthening our gut or core. And from there, moving on to different things that might be affecting us. We're going to be taking a look at bone health, high blood pressure, diabetes, stress management, all these things, the nervous system, and seeing how it all connects to the gut health and how gut health can improve those different areas of our life. Okay, I don't see any questions in the chat. I'm going to hang back for another minute. I'll be in the background. If I see any questions, I will come back on. And if I don't see any questions, I will just close it out. So just in case there's no questions, I want to say thank you for your time. Thank you for being on this journey with me. I really do appreciate everyone that shows me support in every which way, whether you're listening in the background, whether you're just passing through to give a thumbs up, you share this out, you give a super chat, super thanks, you're part of the membership, you're doing modern duties to me, or you're just being here with your beautiful self. I'm going to say thank you. I really, really appreciate it. You're honored and loved. So hug yourself for me. Make sure you take good care of yourself. And please, if you're thinking about doing a garden, go for it. Get it done. If I can do it, like I said, you can do it. Just find a space, create the time, and you'll see it's a beautiful journey. You will learn and grow with your garden. It truly is an amazing journey. Oh, and thank you so much for sharing those links again. K Plus, you are amazing. Everybody give it up for K Plus. He is a great mod. He always is here sharing and making sure that, the links are shared and everyone is just flowing. So thank you. I really, really appreciate it. This is for you. You are awesome. Oh, what big teeth you have there, K Plus. Big, beautiful teeth. Oh, yeah, y'all know I'm silly sometimes. So let me close this out. I don't see any questions, so we're just going to close. And I bid you adieu. Make sure you check me out on TikTok, guys. I just started going live there recently, so definitely make sure you check me out on TikTok. It's the same name, Charlene Heal, and then Charlene with an I. I will see you on the next one. Members Vibe.